Okay, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I thought I would be finished by 11, but my doctor was late. I love it when the doctor's late. That's great. I'm always on time with stuff, but I can't control if other people are late. You're making me late, doctor. So what's up? Thank you, my faithful friends. Asterbate, double moderators. Asterbate VIP, double moderators, Mr. Coffee, and Arsenal fan. I've got a challenge from Sumaher. Patiently waiting. Man, I hurt my neck in my sleep. I slept. I got a stiff neck. I hate that. Alright, Sumaher, what's up? Guys, I've decided to enact a new rule of 7 plus 5. So, can we play I Need to Go? Yes. I'm not going to accept the 7 plus 3 challenges anymore. I need Simul yesterday. I'm not going to accept doctor's appointments on Monday morning anymore. I don't know what I was thinking with that. Monday mornings are the worst. It was a bad idea to make Monday morning doctor appointment. Man, I had a coffee and I still feel sleepy. I don't know what is wrong with me. Sound problem on you? The ice bear. Oh my god. Apparently this is the ice bear. I swear there wasn't an ambulance all morning until I started the stream. They knew you guys were coming. G494. Then you do some crazy H4. The ice bear cometh. No, my doctor's... always late. But it was never a problem in the past because the appointments never conflicted with the stream before. Uh-oh, H5 voluntarily? What is that? Why would you want to play H5 here? Saji hurt so bad after my game that Sirens took him away. Did he really do that? I'm so naive. I would believe anything. Just ask my first wife. I think I need to play E4. I don't want this relocating here. I gotta stop taking this beta blockers, man. It makes me sleepy all the time and I gained weight. That's what I was talking to the doctor about. Getting off the stupid beta blockers. Oof, feels bad. What's that? What's that for? It reduces your adrenaline. I mean, I feel like I'm sleepy all the time. Well, I didn't gain that much weight, but I could if I continue. I gotta exercise as much as possible. I probably gained like 10 pounds since I've been taking it. Maybe 15. Although I'm just on a very low dosage, it's still... It makes me like tired and sleepy. Low sodium, of course. I mean, that should be like automatic though. Like everybody should be on a low sodium diet. Dude, I was at the poker club last week and some guy ordered this huge pile of fries and meat and I was like watching him. He was a young guy, probably like late 20s. He was like just dousing his food with like a salt shaker. It's like, Jesus Christ. That's not good for you, Holmes. He was like dumping salt all over this like pile of meat and french fries. It's like, damn. That can't be good for you. Sumer's he's in a hurry. Well, no, I mean, yeah, the danger is just the stuff that's already heavily salted. Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. I mean, a lot of restaurants and stuff, like, put lots of salt in food to, like, keep it fresh. Like, the soup that's been sitting in the restaurant for, like, the last week. A little salt in there, make sure it doesn't rot. I generally don't eat a lot of salt, though. G6. The Ice Bear. I feel like this bishop ended up on the wrong square. Maybe I should just play e5 and let him have a knight on f5. Yeah, I mean, sugar. People are addicted to sugar. I drank a cherry Coke yesterday. I just never really liked Diet Cola. If you're gonna castle queenside, I can castle queenside. It feels like Sumaher is rushing because he has somewhere to go. Oh man, yeah. I mean, I drank like 2 cherry Cokes in the last month, but when you drink it, it's like, oh man, you can really taste that. He's rushing. Because he's Russian. He's a Russian ally. Serbia just signed a very friendly deal with Russia for natural gas. I knew he was Russian. Better than the Hungarian president who just like pays a lot to Russia for no reason. We pay like the highest price for natural gas of any country. Thank you, Viktor Orban. Russian friendly prices. Yeah, I mean, Hungary doesn't, aside from chili peppers, aside from like agriculture, what do we produce here? We produce like stag parties for obnoxious English tourists. On the main drag. I think that's our major export. Yeah, tourism. The English tourists are coming back now. I saw an English tourist in a wedding gown yesterday. I was like, oh, good, ruin bars. Yeah, the English tourists are coming back. I mean, it's like prostituting yourself. My daughter was asking me, why do people like come to Hungary? Why not go somewhere cool? So I couldn't really answer her. She's like, why did all these tourists come here? Why don't they go somewhere like nice? Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, well, it's not that expensive. I didn't really know what to say to her. That's the only thing I could come up with. They're like, why didn't they go to like Greece or somewhere? It's not that cheap though, actually. I mean, that's the thing, like, if you think about it, actually, when I first came to Hungary back in the, like, late 90s, I mean, things were a lot cheaper than everywhere else. But it doesn't seem like that's really the case anymore. I mean, go, like, buy food in the supermarket, and the prices are, like, it was funny, I went to Vienna a month ago. You can buy, like, vegetables and stuff cheaper than here. I think, the prices are not really cheaper here for stuff. Maybe some stuff. I don't know. Maybe hotels. For example, I totally forgot this would be hanging. Was that like a fancy place that like a strange random girl invited you to on the street, Camelex? Did they like take you to an ATM by force and make you withdraw like 100 euros? Oh god, yeah. Well, that's like a legendary place. But I mean, that's like a historic cafe. That's like a huge tourist attraction. Sure. But that's okay. That's exceptional. Right. I mean that's it's overdone. But it has a legendary reputation. No, I like when I was looking for a hotel for like European Poker Tour in Prague. which is like in October, no, December. Dude, I noticed like hotels are now charging like, I never saw this before in my life. I looked up like the Marriott, and they're like, now you have to pay extra like 50 euros for breakfast or something. I was like, what? I don't remember like hotels charging like $50 extra for breakfast. I'm sorry? This must be like a pandemic thing. I'm not like paying 50 euros for breakfast buffet. Even if I stay in like a 4-star hotel, that seems like crazy. It's like gas prices. They're just trying to like jack up prices because of the pandemic on people. But the New York Cafe is like, yeah, that's a massive tourist trap sort of thing. No, I mean I never booked a hotel where breakfast was even like there's like a separate charge for breakfast. Since when is that happening? It's like included. It should be like included. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna stay at the Marriott anymore. Like I like how the room is like 100 euros a night and the breakfast is 50 or something. Like what? You can find a lot of places to stay and there's a lot of competition. But I don't do the Hilton. They tried to like food poison me. Hilton's overrated. These big chain hotels are the worst. Hilton was always the worst. Paris Hilton. No, I mean I have a weakness for like nice accommodations. But I'm not gonna like spend 50 euros for breakfast, man. Yeah, I mean that's like yeah, exactly. Business folks who's like, right, their companies are paying whatever. It's like, yeah, I mean that's like first class like airfare where it's like $2,000 per person. Like for economy, it would be 500 or something. How much money is wasted? Arsenal fan would like sleep on the street. How can? Yeah, well, breakfast $50. That better feed like 4 people for $50. Wait, big chain hotels have booked solid for decades to come? Right. No, I mean, that's the creepy thing, Asterbate. What's the deal with that? How do you know about that? Like, I went on the Marriott website, and they're like, we have no rooms available. Then you go to, like, Expedia, and there are rooms available. Like, everywhere it tells you, like, you should always, like, try to book your hotel, like, directly through the hotel. But then when you go to book through the hotel directly, it says there's no rooms available. So like, what's up with that, you know? You like Trivago? When is that the guy who was arrested? I can't stop thinking about how Ray Liotta recommends Chantix. It doesn't matter, like Trivago, Expedia, what's the other one? They're probably all owned by the same company. It's just a racket. Man, what is up with Sumair? He's in super mode today. I want to like make my arrangements for the World Senior Championship in November, and there's no information. It's only like the World Senior Championship. By the way, has anyone seen about FIDE? There's some like random Russian who lives in Belgium who's like an art dealer or something running for president of FIDE. Like, what's that about? Does anybody know about that? Has anybody seen that? It was on the FIDE website. Like, Russian art dealer from Belgium running for FIDE president. I'm like, what? Can you say I want to like exploit this chess organization for money? Poor Q Piglet. Are you female by any chance? There's always wishful thinking. What are you doing with these knights, man? I like his bishop on g7. I'm practically forcing him to improve it. No, but just check out this FIDE website about the guy who's running. The guy has no relation to chess whatsoever. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, why would a guy who has no relation to chess whatsoever want to run for FIDE president? And why would anyone, like... He's been nominated by some African countries. Could anything be shadier than that? Like a random Russian guy who's an art dealer being nominated by some random Russian or African chess federations. How sus is that, man? Imagine that. It said he lived in the US or something at one point. He lives in Belgium, but he's originally Russian. And he was in the US or something at one point. Probably got his ass deported. Deportation.com. We're actually ahead on the clock. Ooh. I like my bishop on g3. Is that it, Mr. Coffee? Yeah. How shady is this guy? Inal Sharapov announced his intention. He made a career as a filmmaker, producer, screenwriter. In the late 90s, he moved to the USA. What? That's what the World Chess Federation... So the guy has literally no connection to chess whatsoever. But we're supposed to, like, vote for him to run for FIDE president? Just based on the fact that he's Russian, or what? He's probably really close to Rudy Giuliani. He definitely has ties to like fraud guarantee or whatever. Sumer never, like, brought his bishop back to f8 or tried to bring it into the game. You know he's a fan of Steven Seagal. Wait now. Now you start making good moves? Better not. No, I didn't see that. What is that? But what is that? He's gonna pull off an art heist? The connectors. Damn, dude, that's a lot of pawnage. Some pawns are better than others. Pandemonium. If it was a porn joke, I wouldn't get it. Alright. Oh. I can give him a pawn. Didn't even want it. Look at those. This is just too much fun, man. No. Sorry. Not a big fan. Wait. American. No, I'm just not into action movies. The two bishops. Alright, the pawns were too much. I never did the action movie thing. Alright. So Sot's Chess Army Original. Road Warrior. Mirales. Yo, GM Nixans is rating with a party of 44. Whoa. What is up? Mr. Coffee, can you hit the 5-minute? Hit the 5-minute disabled mode? Hey, what's up? Thank you. Grandmaster Nixans. Raid party. Thank you for the raid, that's awesome. Very early Monday morning here. Oh, it's 12:01. Can we get a shout out to GM Nixans? Rating with a party of 4. Party of 4.4. What is up, guys? Meth gives me ideas. Morales. Make sure you follow GM Nixans. Alright. He was last seen playing chess. Thank you for the raid. Miralis, why am I playing C4? I should play the birds opening. Man, 150? No. We have 423 games. Solving 48 puzzles in 3 minutes? Are you serious? Did he just do that? He did 48 puzzles? I suck at puzzles. We just play chess. I don't do puzzles. Welcome everybody, we're taking rapid challenges. Subscribers first. I'm sorry I was late today. I had my doctor appointment. My doctor was late. I like if you're like late to the doctor, you have to pay for your appointment. But if the doctor's late, like what do? You did 3 puzzles in 48 minutes. Me too. I like how my last puzzle, the last time I tried to do puzzle streak or whatever, you know what I did? I mouse slipped. That's so retarded. Like seriously, I had like 99 or some kind of good score, and I literally mouse slipped like puzzle 100 or something. You just started chess, you can't figure out a puzzle that I started looking at 2 days ago? Just, it's embarrassing though if you mouse slip when you're like on the verge of a good puzzle result. It's either like a en passant capture that I don't even realize is legal, or I mouse slip. Puzzle mouse slips. Again, thank you for the raid. So I played D5. There it is. Well, I mean, it's a good question. This mainline reverse Grand Prix, right? White's best move? Is it E3? I'm not an expert. I've played both sides of this position. But I don't know. The last couple times I played this with black, I had the feeling like white was a tiny bit better. Pork up, Iglet. Pork up, Iglet. Last time I visited a doctor was 2 years ago. He didn't want to be paid. That's interesting. I never met a doctor that didn't want to be paid. Free night. Nope. No, I've played this with black. Actually, it's not a free night, it's protected. But it's good that you're looking for that. That's the most common way that noobs drop pieces. I used to play chess for money in a cafe years ago, and that was really like Queen A5 check was usually the #1 way to like win a piece against beginners. But no, he's protected. I mean, this is a known line. I'm not sure though if I'm supposed to take with a knight or take with the pawn here. It always seems more natural to take with the pawn first. Queen B3 allows knight back to B4. Kind of feels like this is an issue. Like I should have done it the other way. Knight D2, knight B4. I could try this. Knight B2. Sorry, knight E2, knight back to B4, D4, E4, castles. That's not good. I mean, I've had this type of thing with black lately. Knight D5, knight D5, A3. I think that's what I played. This is my game with Michael Brooks, circa 1992. I had the weird feeling I played Queen B3. How long did you guys consider yourself beginners for? It's all relative. I would say like I felt like I was a beginner till I was maybe like 1900. I think around 1900 you start to feel like, oh, I'm pretty good. An A player, they call it in the US. And in the United States where I grew up, the rating system describes people over 2,000 as experts. You're definitely not a beginner when you're an expert. But I had the feeling that A players... Then again, there's like lifetime people, their whole lives they've been like 1800. They're not beginners, they're just not good. So what do you call them? Anyway, that's awesome. We got a great raid early Monday morning. Sorry I'm not more awake, everybody. Club players, exactly. But that's different. You know, club player is different from beginner. Honestly, it doesn't really have to do with rating, I guess. We're still beginners. I'm still a beginner. I'm still a beginner compared to Magnus. You're still a beginner 30 years later, but I've only had serious training when I got older. Life got in the way. Excuses. Magnus is a beginner at having an interesting personality. Magnus has a personality? Come on. I want to take with the bishop almost. Like, wait, can I not have my bishop completely obstructed? No, this is normal. So black has an isolated pawn here. I think this is... What if I told you I think I might have had this game before with black? Hungarian Team Championship, like... Man. I bet I had this position with black against Robert Torma in like 2007 or something. He was young. It was a draw. It was a boring draw. He's a Hungarian IM who's probably around like 2470. Or was. But at the time, I think he was like a 2350. Thank you for your opinion. Your opinion matters to us. We talk about everything here. It's a really rough day. I have a simul on Sunday nights. And usually I don't really feel mentally recovered from that too quickly. It's draining. Sunday simuls are draining. It's a long simul, like 3.5 hours. I had a coffee this morning. It feels like I have no caffeine in my body at all. We gotta have a talk with this coffee I'm buying. I think it's like secretly decaffeinated. Over 100,000 games still suck. Well, I mean, I highly recommend playing like tournament chess and long games. You know, you can play 100,000 blitz bullet games. That's not the same as playing, you know, I think like playing 1,000 tournament games, you know, would probably be more valuable than playing 1,000,000 blitz games. I don't know. Depends on how much you put into those games, really. Dude, I need another coffee. Seriously, maybe one coffee's not going to cut it, but it was a big coffee. What opening would you recommend for a new player? You're not allowed to talk about the London system here. Matcha. I've heard of that. The London is banned from the stream. Look at this. Dude. Trying to hurt me with the A4. Man, I don't like this. I'm already worse. By the way, this is Morales. He's this random guy. And he's played 423 games against me on lichess. The London's just boring, and it's a meme of itself. So I banned it from my stream. It promotes, like, brainless, like, total lack of creativity. Goes against everything I believe in. People start playing this opening, like, it just takes the fun out of chess, man. It's extremely boring. I would quit chess if all I played was the London system. I mean, it would be okay to play it, like, occasionally, but if that's the only thing you play, like, why not take up, like, Monopoly or some other game? I would recommend, like, Battleship. So Morales is better. Is he better, though? E4 for white. It's for your girlfriend starting. Yeah, okay, no. I mean, it's fair enough for an absolute beginner to start with something simple. My problem isn't really, like, the absolute beginner starting with the London system. My problem is, like, the mid-level amateurs who continue to play it, like, all their lives. The London system is one of many different, basic setups that you could recommend to a beginner. My issue is with people who continue to do it, like, at the master level. They show, like, a total lack of creativity. I'm gonna just lose a pawn. Damn, Morales is brutal. I have no good way to protect that pawn. Project that pawn. You're projecting. God, it's, like, painful. Black is better. Look at the way he played on the queen side here. It's the Grand Prix attack, dude. You're supposed to attack me on the king side. How come you're playing on the queen side? King's Gambit is just, yeah, very risky. But that's creative, at least. God, I don't know what to do here. I'm worse. F4. I'm just, like, dropping my A3 pawn. F4 loosens my position. What am I supposed to play here? I don't know. We're gonna have to ban Morales. He's just too good. Knight c3, knight c3, queen c3, dropping pawn. I refuse to play bishop c1. Oh man, this is just devastating. I don't know. King's Gambit teaches the center. King's Gambit really... The problem is your king, is open by moving the f pawn, and you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. Like, you shouldn't recommend King's Gambit to beginners. No, any kind of simple opening, like King's Indian attack, the London system, the Kali system, something like that is reasonable. The London is dry. Although a lot of people try to play it, more aggressively. Someone mentioned the Jabava London, which is really a form of a different opening, the Verisov. Technically, that's not a London. Verisov is a Verisov. It's much more aggressive than the normal London. I mean, Jababa at least is creative. Yobava, to be correct. Man, alright. Now the fork. The fork cometh. Fork, fork. He is just brutal. I'm only clearly worse. How is Morales so strong? I'm getting destroyed by this guy. I actually beat him the last 4 games, which is surprising. I'm absolutely getting destroyed here. But you know what the weird move was? For me? I've never seen anyone go knight b6 here. In this type of structure. I always thought I wanted to move my knight back toward the king's side. So he kind of threw me with knight b6. And then a5, a4. Dude, I mean, I'm facing these like this brutal bishop pair, the weakness on f2. I think white is basically lost here. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I mean, I enjoy exaggerating as much as the next guy. Thought I had a square for my rook. And he's fast too. What do you think Black's like performance is here? Performance. Perfect game. No inaccuracies. No blunders. No mistakes. And fast. I asked Morales to like raise his rating, but he's still got these under 2200s. Doesn't he seem like he would be 2300 under normal circumstances? You would think? I would think like 2300 by lichess standards. At least get to like 2300 and then I won't complain anymore. Then it's not that embarrassing to lose to you. It looks alright then. What? What? Dude, seriously, rook c4? Damn, did you see this? Are you serious? Look at this game he played. I was absolutely destroyed by this guy. Like, what is your FIDE rating, sir? I'd like to know. Oh, he's never played a FIDE rated game. Wait. I think it was some sort of intentional revenge thing. He's like, no, I'm not gonna play the second best suggestion of the engine today. We're gonna go with like the first top move, every single move. You almost let me off the hook. I don't know why I couldn't just trade on c5 like a human being. I'm still down a clear pawn in an ending. how could I have 100 cent pawn loss? I mean, I blundered rook c4, but still. You actually had no inaccuracies, but 2 blunders. This was an awful game. How did I get so destroyed? Was it knight b6? See, I misevaluated this position, first of all. Why? This is lichess database, sorry. Alright, Masters database. Alright. Knight d5, knight d5. Ah, yes. I'm supposed to play knight f3. Okay. I'm much more used to playing it with black. Yeah, knight f3 is a good move. a3 is bad. It's too slow. You're playing like Vladimir Zemirov. I remember I like slaughtered this guy with the Gingy Indian. So bishop e6 is technically wrong too. Wow. You're supposed to play c6. He's just like fearless. So do I have queen b3 or something weird here? No. That obviously doesn't work. 92 question mark. I should play e4 right away. I played like Kapostash. Rest in peace. Kapostash, Cabbage Master. Knight b6, look at that. You see, knight b6 is the engine's #1 move. I would have played knight f6. Morales is not, he's not messing around with the engine's #2 suggestion today. He's going with the full-on, like, #1 top move. Threatening a5, a4, locking my queen side down. Black already has almost like a full pawn up in this position, although like it doesn't look like it should be that bad for white. I didn't realize it was that bad. There comes the engine #1 move again. Again, he's hammering me with engine #1 moves. I thought b3 might slow you down, but you did it anyway. a4 engine #1 move again. Now I have to take because this is even worse. This looked very uncomfortable. Don't like the way it feels. Queen e7. That's the usual square for the queen in this line. I mean, what am I supposed to play here? f4. I mean, I looked at it, but it's like, well, I'm just like losing a pawn. Like, that's important, no? Anyway, good game. Devastating crush by Morales. Against my own favorite gambit. So Excel Poker challenged me to Chess 960. Yeah, just make sure the challenges are 7 plus 5, because I'm going to lose on time. If it's 7 plus 3... We had a raid by GM Nixons earlier. So thanks to everyone who's over here from his stream. Must have done an early morning puzzle stream. That was brutal. Chess 960. Chess 960 is very different from normal chess, but what seems to remain constant is like the importance of the center. I gotta watch this. Could play f4. I've been playing the birds anyway. The b file is important. I had a bad position early on in that game. I thought I was gonna survive. But I think Morales is a suspicious cat, man. I mean, he's got the question ratings, but he seems like very in practice. So he must have a second account where he plays secretly. He blocked my one move threat. Very deep. I stick to theory on chess 960. I don't know, I'm very tired today. I don't understand why. This all could not have happened if you would have played d4, bishop f4. You know, I could. With the bishop starting on its regular square, like, who gets to play the London in the chess 960, right? We can do London chess 960. I think you should recommend your girlfriend to play the Birds opening. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't let your girlfriend move her f pawn early if she's a beginner. Don't move your f pawn. Don't play the King's Gambit. The London's okay for beginners. Can you stop copying me? He just copies all my moves. I copied his move. Alright. It's true. I could have played knight b3. Actually, what do you guys think? I mean, is knight b3 a better move than b3? Because, like, either way you have a problem. Either you're, like, blocking your knight in from not being able to go to b3, or you're, like, tying your knight down, protecting the a2 pawn. You know, it's basically your knight is pinned to your a2 pawn if you play knight b3. I think either way is really kind of not great. You like knight b3 better? Knight b3, d3, c4. You could build the wall. Build the wall. Do the roar. Shrek. Do the roar. I like how Excel Poker is 1993. It was a good year. Pawn accounting. Yeah, last game I was doing pawn accounting. I shouldn't have given Morales his Grand Prix attack. Really groggy today. I don't understand. Right every time. Guys, everyone, people, girls, grandmothers. A little later today, I'm going to set up our weekly tournament for Tuesday. It will be rapid chess. Tomorrow night, 6:30. Be there or be square. Whatever. Cheesy expression you want to use. Okay. Let's not develop our pieces. We have 3 challenges: Chess Army Original, Niles, and a rated. No rated. Naughty, naughty. Trying to sneak those rated challenges in. Saw me lose to Morales already. My rating is already in the shitter. 2447 in Blitz. I quit Blitz. I'm just gonna play rated, like Rapid and Classical. Till I can get off the beta blockers. I'm just too slow. But it's good. I don't care about Blitz. It's meaningless. I've never played a FIDE rated Blitz game in my life. It has no meaning. It's like pointless. Who cares about Blitz? Rapid and Classical. That's real chess. So you're gonna let me destroy your pawn structure. Not that destroyed though. I mean, knight takes g4, bishop takes b2, rook takes b2, queen g7. There goes my castling, right? I mean, I don't mind if he takes on e5, right? This is actually an interesting point. You've been to 3 over-the-board rated tournaments, but still haven't got a FIDE rating. Anyone know why? Mr. Coffee might know better. Maybe other people weren't FIDE rated. Yeah. That's a distinct possibility. Distinctive. I don't really know anything about how like FIDE ratings work for provisional players. This whole thing is totally different from the old days. When I started playing FIDE rated tournaments, you had to have a minimum rating of 2200, so it was a little different. My first FIDE rating was 2330. I've gained 17 rating points in the last 1993, no. Yeah, basically I've gained like 17 rating points in the last 30 years. It's pretty good. I have a net gain of 17 rating points in the last 30 years. I'm consistent. What about castling? Yes, that's what I was thinking. You can't touch the rook, though. 26 games USCF to get out of provisional. You are supposed to touch the rook here. Don't touch your rook. You touch my rook, you die. You touch it, you move it. You break, you pay. Touch, you move it, you break, you buy. God, man, this is a dry game. See, Chess 960 is so creative. It's so fun. Sure it is. It was like the most boring game ever. 26 games USCF. That's weird. Didn't it used to be like 20, or is it my imagination? I'm a dinosaur. Dinosaurus. Used to be 20. Like, we'll make it arbitrarily 26. Why 26? What does 26 have to do with anything? Why not a nice even number? Does that have any statistical sort of significance, Mr. Coffee? You're an expert in statistics. Why 26? What is the significance of that? We're going to change the requirement from 20 to 26 games. Actually, that used to be the requirement for FIDE, wasn't it? What was it? No. Oh, I remember what it was. Like, to get FIDE Master, you had to have 27 games over 2,300. That's what I'm thinking of. But there was a reason for 27, I think. Like, 3 9-round tournaments would add up to 27, which would be like a typical format, I guess. Another blunder. I like a month ago I quit playing Blitz. I like Rapid better. It feels like we can actually get something out of these games, sort of. I'm gonna lose again, man. Dude, these guys are good. I keep thinking D3. E3, D3. R2, D2. I'm just losing that pawn for free. That was difficult to see. Just not myself. This is basically Blitz, though. I mean, 7 plus 5 is really not rapid chess. To be perfectly honest, it is Blitz. I'm claiming I don't play Blitz, and then I'm turning around and playing Blitz anyway. Why am I playing 7 plus 5? Why don't we get, like, 10-minute challenges? Why ask why? So I'm just like hosed anyway. Damn, dude. I made one mistake. I played knight d5 for no reason whatsoever. There's just no reason to play that move. It just like gives away a pawn. Feel free though, I mean, to challenge me to 10 minutes. But not 10-0. You know, it's got to be like 10 plus 5. 10 plus 3 even. Should I just like lose the exchange here? I'm only down 1 pawn so far. Solid. Solid. You're effing kidding me. Damn. Queen d2. I've got nothing. I think he's in the Morales Club. Hunted and murdered. Morales says the exact same thing. He crushed me after losing like the last 4. But this looks bad. I mean, I'm getting crushed like back to back. I have excuses for this. I feel like shit today. And I don't really know why. Dude, are you even serious? It would be so rewarding to like win this position from a totally lost game. Excel Poker, yeah, he's been suspiciously quiet. No? I think it's suspicious how quiet he is. He normally does chat. He's not a big talker, but he does talk. He's quiet because he's playing. He takes the game seriously. He's strong, though. These are Chess 960 ratings, remember. He's not like Morales. He's actually 2300 Blitz, 2300 Rapid. He's a good player. But I beat these guys in the Simul yesterday. Now they beat me in Rapid. They're both like looking for revenge. Didn't I win against Morales and Excel Poker yesterday's Simul last night? And then they both are like angry and want to take revenge out on me. This is embarrassing though. I mean, I'm clear 2 connected pawns down in the middle. This is like, wow. Way worse than my normal like blitz game. See, that's what's so great about blitz. Like, you can have a totally winning position, hang a piece. It's really rewarding. Now this is obviously not that simple. He has 2 pawns for the piece, plus these connectors in my face. Did I blunder? Take, push. Oh, he has that. Alright. Those pawns were kind of dangerous, to be honest. This is probably a theoretical draw again, though I was winning before. So deservedly. Theoretical draw again. Interesting arsenal. The advancement of my B pawn. Civilization is advanced. I don't think it really matters so long as he, has a pawn there, though. Can I, gain time on the clock? Build up the... Is this even a win? It has to be, right? So 100% upon loss. That's good. This is why we should play 10-minute. Ten plus 5. 7 is too close to blitz. I'm not going to look at the game afterwards. It's just too embarrassing for both of us. I was completely lost. Nothing to see here. Could this still be a theoretical draw? No. Because I'm going to get this one as well. Alright. Horrible. One really bad game by me, and then a horrible game by both of us, which Excel Poker should have won. Yeah, it was my only chance, was you taking A2. He still challenged me to rated. No rated. Dude, I can't cancel the challenge. No rateds. Subscribers go first. 2 terribly played games. I'll try to focus this time. I swear, guys. I'm going to try to focus and really, really try to play well. Can you look at D4? No. You can submit it for Thursday's analysis stream. Oh my god. I'm sorry for playing the birds so much, but I'm on a bird's kick. Bird. Bird is the word. Bird is good because people don't prepare for this opening seriously. But I would not recommend it to beginners. Yeah, I'm getting this a lot. Everybody tries to play the London system against the birds. Okay, stupid idea. Because these pawns will hit the bishop. Also, there's knight h4 and these pawns. So there's 3 different ways your bishop can get attacked. To be honest, it's probably not that bad. But if there's anything, if there's one system where it's really not appropriate to play the London, it's probably against the Dutch or the birds. It just seems like you're going to get hit with pawns most of the time. I had exactly the same game last night, and it ended up being this sort of fork or that as well. Let me guess. You're going to try to castle queenside. Birds is the words. Alright, I should just develop. You should quit chess. No, man. What do you want? I mean, you played well and then you hung a piece. I'm the one that should be ashamed of the last game. I played 95 like a moron. What do you think about Rockport changing flag? Right. So, this was brought up in my stream last night. I don't know. I live in Hungary, so, and I played Rockport, and I crushed him in 20-some moves once, but just want to get that out there. Self-promotion. But seriously, Rockport is gonna, like, change his federation to Romania. I don't know, you know. I don't know. I was joking last night that he should, like, probably, if he loves money, you know, if he wants to make more money, he should approach, like, Rex Sinkfield and move to St. Louis, you know. I mean, why compromise for 50,000 euros when you could probably get, like, double if you went to the United States? He's getting, like, paid, you know. I don't know. I guess the deal would be like 50,000 a year, or, you know, I don't know if it's like for a limited amount of time. I saw something about 50,000, but I say, like, go for the gusto, you know. Contact an American billionaire and move to St. Louis. First of all, I don't think it's final. Secondly, you know, my opinion about it, I don't know. I mean, Hungarian Chess Federation really never has any money. But it's not like, you know, I don't know, is he a traitor to the country that like supported him? I mean, to be honest, Rockport had a lot of financial resources. It's not like he was some impoverished kid who was, you know, brought up under the astute trainings of the Hungarian Chess Federation. I mean, this guy, he was supported by his dad, and he had trainers from all over, you know. He's not some inner city kid who was, like, sponsored by the Hungarian Chess Federation. Now he's like a trader. I mean, he was always, like, privately coached, and I don't know. I don't think it's like he's some national trader or something. I don't think he necessarily owes anything to Hungary, so my personal feelings about it are rather neutral. But he has, like, no connection to Romania whatsoever. It's funny because his wife is Serbian, a Serbian. Yeah, I like the Birds opening because people don't know how to play against it. Well, I mean, they don't really think about how to play against it, I guess would be my point. I'm thinking about starting to play it as a surprise opening. I noticed, like, the Swedish Grandmaster Lars Carlsen played it a lot. Of course, Heinrich Danielsson, the Dane, who wrote a book called The Ice Bear or something. But looking at the statistics, it seems like a reasonable choice. Yeah, the Hungarians seem upset about it. But again, to be honest, you know, it's not like he's like Peter Lako. Rockport always had money. His family is pretty well off. He's always been very independent from Hungarian chess, I think. So I really don't see what the fuss is about. Well, it's not about where he even lives, Dr. Chance. I'm sure, like, he wouldn't even actually live in Romania. Well, I don't know, but That's not even the question. I mean, there was this issue before, like years ago. I remember when like Katronias changed his federation from Greece to like Cyprus or something. A lot of people made a deal about that. Like what, 20 years ago? But I mean, what's the big deal? I think you do whatever you want. It's kind of sad for Hungarian chess though, because Polgar quit. Leko lives in Germany and doesn't play for the Olympic team. Mostly. I think he said he won't play. And Leko hasn't really been a factor for years, and so that leaves Hungary with just like Almasi and a very mediocre Olympic team. Almasi and Berkesh and Erdos and, you know, some 2600s. Why is Niles 1500 and he's... This is a 10 minute. Oh, I was thinking it was 7. I was like, wait, he hasn't used any time for the whole game. I forgot it was 10 minutes, not 7. He's still playing really, really well here. I would say black is better. So this bird's opening didn't have any effect on my opponent. He handled it really well. In fact, like, where's my light square bishop? I just gave it up for nothing. Why did I do that? Gave up my light square bishop for nothing. He played bishop e7, then bishop c5. I was going to play b4. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like, they don't have anybody high-rated in Romania except for Bogdan Deac Daniel, right? The pacing tiger. What is Deac, like 2700? Lupulescu's pretty high-rated. They've got a few guys in the high 2600s, maybe. Just Lupulescu and Deac. That would kind of flip-flop, like, Romania over Hungary, I would say. But, you know, there's a lot of competition between... There's a lot of political, historic tension between Hungary and Romania. And I think it feeds into that. The nationalists... you gotta understand that aspect of it. It's not just like Rapport picked a random country, you know. Like, I think if he went to the United States, people would probably be a lot less offended by it. Like in football, there's like this hated, bitter rivalry between like Romania and Hungary. You gotta understand that. Discipiano lives in Germany. He plays for Germany. He's from Brasov. Brasov has a German heritage. Actually, there are still some really old Germans, like Sass people, you can find in that part of Transylvania, where Nispiano is from. It has a German heritage, so there's a connection there too. They actually would like speak German and stuff. Interesting history, but I think you see like the rivalry in football or something is like very, very bitter between, like the football matches can get really ugly between Hungary and Romania. So there's that aspect of it. There's a lot of political unease now too between Romania and Hungary. with the war in Ukraine. We're on opposite sides. I mean, like, even though Hungary's in NATO and in the EU, Orban is like Orban is one of Russia's biggest allies, and Romania is very much on the other side. But I don't think it has. Rockport has nothing to do with that. You know, it's just people think about it in those terms. No politics. I'm just saying, like, people have to understand that there's a lot of people that are angry about it because they look at things from this viewpoint. Everything's about politics, rivalry between Romania and Hungary. It's more than just like Rockport picking a random country and switching federations for them, for people that care about that kind of stuff. The Transylvanians in Romania, for example, are really nationalistic, extremely so. Huge supporters of Orban. In fact, that's the reason why Orban wins every election in Hungary, because of the Transylvanians in Romania that vote for Orban. It's probably the number one reason why he's still Prime Minister of Hungary. I mean, it's an openly known fact. He's granted citizenship to all the Hungarians in Romania and Ukraine too. But not so many. If it wasn't for the nationalistic Hungarians in Romania, Orban wouldn't be Prime Minister anymore. Almost certainly. They're like brainwashed by propaganda. And there's enough of them that it makes a difference. Alright, anyway, that was our geopolitical lesson for today. We're slowly... Someone mentioned his b4 weakening, but not really. Like, what's black going to do about it? b4 or f4? Your whole life. Your whole life or whole life plus? f5. How about open file? Makes you stay in Hungary. I'm just here to stay away from, like, mass shootings. Reduces my chance of being, like, caught in a mass shooting incident. I'm here to avoid, like, assault weapons. There's a lot of reasons that Hungary is better than living in the United States. Healthcare, it doesn't cost me like $2,000 to get taken to the hospital in an ambulance. There's the mass shooting thing. Property taxes. Life here is... I have a better life than I could have in the United States. My quality of life is better than I would have in the United States, basically. So I just won't go back. I can't afford to live in the United States. It's too expensive. Just like healthcare, to get an x-ray costs like $500 or something. I don't know, man. Although prices are catching up here in terms of general things like food. Still. Dude, they'll like force you to go to the hospital in the United States and then like make you pay like your life savings. You don't have a choice to say like, hey, I don't want you to do the operation, I don't have any money. They'll be like, nope, you have to have the operation, and now you like give us everything you own. This knight is coming to d6. Take back was asked for. Why a take back here? You can refuse an operation. Not if you're like unconscious or something. Maybe. But say like you have an accident and you go in the emergency room. They do whatever they have to do. There's no one there to sign some papers for you. And that's it. Like, now you owe them like $1 million. It's crazy, man. I've got nothing in this game. Healthcare, insurance. The price of everything in the US is just out of control. How strong is Niles, by the way? He's played a great game here. This is like the only way to get my knight in the game. To f3. I don't know, man, but normally I don't see a high level positional play from the 1500s. I guess it's just his element. He likes this kind of position. Most people don't, though. I could try to break with c4. He's giving me the open opportunity to go for this. It's really dangerous. I'm not from Ukraine. I mean, I'm just sympathizer. Now a lot of people started to do the same. So we have this. This is a good move too. Now he's guarding g6. He sees everything. Maybe this as well. I had knight f3, that was the point, right? Positionally, he played like he was 2000, but he just overlooked the one-move tactic. But again, that's like the exception. I mean, usually people are better at tactics, and like positional play takes longer to learn. I think we have to take this. Oh, this e6 is just devastating. Still, it wouldn't have been that bad. Well, alright, it would be bad, but like, say knight takes c6. Yeah, he's toast anyway. Alright, I have the in-between move here. This is really bad. Some technical problems might be experienced. Jasper. I had a cat named Jasper when I was a kid. He was Siamese. One of those like classic Siamese cats. The yellow ones with like brown ears. Sort of tan, yellow colored. I guess Black's not going to resign here. I like my bishop. This is awesome. The bird's bishop. It's just like, how do you get that in the game? It's amazing how difficult it is to like finish Black off here. This is a really pretty irritating position. I don't even know where to start. My bishop is like meaningless. It just doesn't matter. I am not even gonna like care about that. He's giving me the bishop though. His only weakness is tactics. He played a really good game. I mean, I think he was better, probably. After I gave up my bishop on c6 for nothing, like, Black must be better. Just to momentarily, like, evaluate the opening. I mean, I guess this isn't consistent. He should play bishop c5 right away. Especially having played a6, the bishop can come back to a7. So basically, like, wasted the tempo here. And I don't even know what to do. I'm like, worse. What did I do wrong? Bishop takes e6. Even queen d6 is a strong move. I mean, seriously. I guess I have to do something more dramatic. Like what, though? Queen d6. Mr. Jula, who's a good player, played Black here in a game. What did he do? e6? No. Mr. Jula played a6. That seems like a weird move. e6 is the best move according to Stockfish on a short leash. Then it changes its mind. It starts changing its mind to like queen d6. Queen d6 is a good move. It looks like I have to be more dynamic here. I was too like laissez-faire. Castles is already a mistake. You have to play c4. There's this, and bishop a3 too. And then I just had like no advantage whatsoever. I could like grab his bishop and have an equal game. Then I feel like I'm kind of justifying his London system or whatever. Computer wants to play knight e5 and then expand on the king's side. This makes sense, actually. There's nothing here. And I was talking about how the London system is a stupid idea against the Dutch. But I've got to prove it somehow. Which is going to mean like extreme kingside action. If h4, h5... For the love of Pavel Blatny. I don't know if I want to do this, you know? But black played very compact, good game. Alright, so learning chess. I don't know if anyone else is a subscriber to the stream. Chess with Jasper. Chess Army Original. We've played before. Alright guys, we'll get these games in. Let's go. I gotta cut back. Learning chess. Alright, we'll take you next. You're actually a subscriber. Subscribers go first. Yeah, I just always joke about Blatney because he like woke up one day. He was like had a normal opening repertoire, and he like woke up one day, and then he just started playing all this freaky stuff like B3, B6, F4, every game. I couldn't believe it. Like when he won the New York Open, the Newark Open in 1995. You know, and he was like pretty low on the cross table. That was a big deal. It was a really, really, really strong tournament. I remember Michael Adams was in it. And Blatney won it. And then he's like, 20 years later, he's like, well, not even. 10 years later, he's like playing the Birds opening. And he's, I don't understand. I'm making fun of the London, but it's one of the only moves here. This is a good move, dude. I didn't realize Chess Army Original was 2200. I specialize in playing G3. You think he plays poker? I knew some Czech guys who were chess players. One of the pros on Poker Stars, I can't remember his name now, was a chess player, but like a 2000 player. So that's interesting. Yeah, I had this with white. I played c4 against Sedlak, which is a much more dynamic move than bishop g2, but it's interesting. So there's a gambit with e5. Now I'm playing the Jobava London reversed. What is wrong with me today? It was Arsenal fans influence. It's a good version of Chigarin. No, it's not good here though, because you get hit by 95. That's the line I've like busted a lot of people in with white. I could play knight b4 there, I guess. If knight b4, knight a3. Doesn't seem great. So this is a strong move. I've had this with white. It's better for white. Much better for white. I guess at some point I might even want to take on c4. I don't know what got me to play this. I normally don't. I'm just kind of bored today. But it's so rare to see someone play g3. I mean, I'm like one of the only people I know who plays this with white against the Chigorin. Yeah, I don't know. Bishop d6 leaves the d5 pawn not well protected, and you get hit by bishop g5 sometimes. But I don't like black's line. I think this is a bad line for black. There might be a gambit here with e5. Yeah, it is a Catalan. White's playing the Catalan, black's playing the London Jabava reversed. But I know from experience that white is good here. I have a tremendous score with this with white. Don't really want to be playing the black side. This is probably a mistake. It's very early to play knight e4. But it cuts out like knight h4. And trading pieces is probably not a bad idea for me in general. I just don't know if it's too costly in terms of time. Trumps. Do you have to say that word? They're asking me earlier why I don't live in the United States. It's not... Yeah, Blueberry Monster. Make the London look bad. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm surprised Arsenal is not in there. You're just playing the London Jababa to make it look bad. Yeah, I don't think it's that difficult to become a Hungarian citizen. I could be. I've lived here forever. I'm just a resident. A legal resident. Do I want to take on c3 first? I joke that I'm a migrant. London thematic tournament tomorrow. We could do a thematic tournament, but then we won't get as many players. No, I don't have to leave and come back. That's what you have to do when you're not a legal resident. Back in the 90s, people used to, well, they still do it. I mean, you can come to Hungary for 3 months, and then like leave and then come back for another 3 months. I mean, I've had a relationship with this country since the late 90s. The ECF gave you your first provisional blitz rating. Wow. Love JBTV. That's more than I have. I played some blitz tournaments in the UK years ago. But that was before there was any kind of rating system in place. Congrats. 2244 is solid. I'm trying to get off the drugs here. Oh man. I gotta start playing Blitz again. It seems like more natural to... Damn, it seems more natural to take with the c-pawn toward the center. What is this, dude? He's going for the, like, central mass. Roller blades. No, you don't ask them if they beat any GMs or IMs. Arsenal fans like, did you beat any FMs? Did you beat any WNMs? Go all the way, Arsenal. Did you beat any GMs? The Bullet tournament. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was like local that you knew about. I thought it was somewhere else. B5, bishop takes c6 check. Queen a4. Alright, well, anyway. Russia has WNM. There's some Romanian woman who's streaming who has WNM, but I never heard of anybody who's a Romanian. I mean, I never heard of like anywhere that has titles for WNM. Orlova's Canadian. They might have it in Canada, I don't know. But it definitely doesn't exist in the United States. Wow, rook b1, this dude is serious. That's disturbing. Okay, rook b8. Damn. But I mean, what's the requirement for being a WNM? You have to have like 2,000 national rating, or what's... I don't understand what the requirement is. 1,200 FIDE. This sucks. I am in big trouble. I can't lose again today. There goes the queen side. Does anybody know what this does? Oh, Mr. Coffee left Facebook. I had a draw with this player before. I don't recall. They drew me no material. Wish I could see the time control. That's pretty deep. I mean, to sack the c pawn with c4 there. Damn. But I screwed up. I mean, it's just a total blunder. I am in big trouble now. b5? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna resign soon. Not yet, but soon. Mr. Coffee. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, but I don't really do any other social media. There was bishop d7 after bishop c6 where? Did your fat cat, did your cat open a Facebook account? It's hard to like Facebook. I only use it to keep track of my friends' birthdays. It's the only thing it's really good for. F4. Thanks everybody for watching, and again for our viewers from GM Nixons for the raid, from those guys. It's hard to like Zuckerberg. Yeah, it's like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Definitely hard to like these people. I was like the last person in the world to start using Facebook too. I probably opened my account in like 2015 or something. Why even bother at that point? I could sack the exchange, I guess. Well, like, mobile phones are just too addictive. It's not just Facebook. Like, the whole concept. Wow, I hung a pawn? Nice. You know, it would be good to activate my rook, right? Dude. Why didn't I play rook b3? I'm like an idiot. Why am I down 2 pawns here? Yes! Another tremendous win. See, this is the quality of blitz chess right there. That is the way it's meant to be done. You see, that's why I don't want to play blitz. Because of stupid stuff like this. This is how I win my games. That's how I won against XL Poker too. That's why we only want to play rapid chess. Because stupid stuff happens. I don't want to win like that. I don't want to lose. But I want to win like that. Am I proud? Do I feel good about that game? Did we play great? Did we play a high quality game there? To a point we did, until a point. And like the faster the time gets. Yeah, the reverse Shababa, forced win. Ooh, 130. Alright, these are my last 2 games, guys. I gotta go. Rated, Shocky, no. Nice try. After that game, everybody challenged me to rated. I started late, so we're gonna go max till 2 o'clock. You know, honestly, I don't know if the final position is a win or a draw. He's up 2 pawns, but they're isolated with the ops color bishops. I mean, obviously it's a draw with rooks off, but is it a win? Is possible white's winning? You know, I don't know. I thought I had reasonable drawing chances there. The Philidor reversed. The White Lion. The Mysterious Learning Chess. Vine Levente and my former teammate Zoli Varga, these guys would like sometimes play this stuff. I remember being embarrassed when I lost to Levente once, where he played I played the Petrov and he played D3 and I lost to black. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. That was embarrassing. How can I lose to D3? I played like an idiot. But I guess most commonly, you know, when people play this stuff, they'll play it like a Hanem. You don't see that much. Mostly like knight on BD2. Yeah, G3 looks weird, but it's probably, you know, G3 itself, rook E1, bishop F1, bishop G2. But that's crazy. He played king G2. Obviously, that is not a normal move. King G2 with the idea of, I don't know. Masturbate. Stop provoking discord among friends. Discord server. Give me your white square bishop. This is why the Philidor is great. You know, that bishop is so great that I'm going to take it. Could play bishop h5. Threatening bishop f1. What is this troll opening you're playing? The troll. Trolling me. Arsenal always goes for the subtle, like plans. Subtle. I don't really want to play f6. Queen c6. I don't think it's that strong. Yeah, I'm playing the Marazzi. Guys, last games. No more challenges, please. This is very bad for white, man. I mean, Arsenal pointed out that, but this is fatal. You can't afford, yeah, you just can't afford to create any more white square weaknesses. I mean, I think that's like losing, strategically losing for white. Although he's probably already lost. It's only going to get worse. It'll get worse before it gets better. You're just going to feel a little pinch. This is coffee with the ambulance. White has a winning position. You hear that ambulance? That ambulance is more economical than an American ambulance. I think it all comes down to, you know, insurance, basically. They probably have to pay like millions of dollars in insurance premiums for the ambulance drivers in the United States getting sued. That's what it all comes down to, right? Why do ambulances in the United States have to cost like freaking $2,000 to go like 2 miles? It's like you could hire a private jet for that price. Because they have to pay the ambulance drivers to have like insurance. So when they like hit innocent bystanders and kill them, they pay off their... Here it's like no big deal. Like if you like murder somebody accidentally, well, you know, does that make sense? Anyway, if you like kill someone by accident while you're like driving, the legal system, it's not that brutal probably, you know? You can't like sue people for millions and millions of dollars in Hungary. Whereas in the United States, like everyone sues everyone for billions and billions of dollars. That's probably why we have to pay so much. You know, just saying. Everything can be blamed on insurance companies. Pretty much. Pharmaceutical costs. You know, lawyers and pharmaceutical companies and insurance companies. Look at him coming back now. White is coming back with the blockade. Unbelievable. But how are you going to protect that pawn? Can't do everything. I don't think ambulance drivers get like charged with vehicular manslaughter. But they do get like sued. Right. Stole Andras. Hungarian celebrities. Actually, Nancy Pelosi's husband just got arrested for DUI last night. He's like 82. He's driving his Porsche under the influence at the age of 82. Or it was... I don't know. I don't remember if it was a Porsche or a Ferrari. Uh-oh, G5. I have a move here. I have a threat. Yep. Look at that. Learning chess with a tactic defense. Defensive D2. Tactic and defense. Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you can't hold every, like, politician responsible for all of their family members and stuff. You know. Like, everyone is, like, Hunter Biden, but... he'll draw me. Hunter Biden's laptop. Whatever, then, you know, arrest Hunter Biden. I had Bishop A6 and I didn't play it. They're different people. No, but you're not responsible for your family members, you know. They're responsible for themselves. They're separate people. Hunter Biden is a separate person from Joe Biden. Nancy Pelosi's husband is separate from Nancy Pelosi. Arsenal, I don't get it. What did I say? You don't hold them accountable. I'm just saying people are responsible for themselves. You don't agree with that? You think like your mom should be responsible for everything you do for the rest of your life? Or what? Should Arsenal fans' mom be responsible for every pub brawl he gets in for the rest of his life? I don't think so. We're going to hold your mom responsible for the next time you get into a bar fight. It's Arsenal's mom's fault. No, I mean, everyone should be responsible for themselves. Whatever, man. I'm just saying that Hunter Biden should go to jail. But you know, I got you started on the magic subject. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to start about Hunter Biden. Arsenal loves the Hunter Biden stuff. I forgot. It was just an example, man. It was just a random example. Don't get excited. Don't start raving, like, about Hunter Biden's laptop. I'm just randomly choosing an example. If your, like, son is a mass murderer, like, you know, because you gave him a gun, I mean, that's different. But basically, everyone is, like, automatically, look at this guy, what is their deal? Still trying to beat me, it's not fair. H5, H6? Distraction. Oh no. Calm down, Arsenal. This is a chess stream. I don't want to have to time you out now. Try to remember, this is a chess stream. Try to calm down. They're just examples, Arsenal. You don't have to come unhinged, man. You're supposed to be a moderator here. You gotta remember you're a moderator here. Alright? Take a Xanax and relax. We're all gonna be okay. It's all hypothetical. Yes! Ooh, he came close to getting something going here. We lost Shaki. If Shaki's not coming back, that's the last game. I'm only making an exception for him because he was already in the list. Alright, there he is. Late stream today. I feel like I looked at this on the stream. White played a terrible opening on purpose, I agree. Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird account, the Learning Chess. I don't know what their deal is. It's very strange. Antonio. Yeah, I don't get that. You know, I don't understand why they're purposely, like, handicapping themselves there by playing that absurd, like, King G2 and then starting to try to play. You might as well play like H4, H5, A4, A5 for your first 4 moves. So anyone have any interesting summer plans? Can't say I do. I'm thinking of a different position. I feel like going to Australia. Pork you up. Alaska cruise. That sounds nice. Yeah, I don't have time for these challenges, guys. I'm just declining because the stream is going to end. Stream is ending. Beautiful Berlin. Sounds good. I'm playing in a chess tournament in August. That's my only summer plan thus far. Lawn care. Don't remind me. I have trauma. Lawn care trauma. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm talking about lawn care. The neighbors used to drive me crazy. I moved to Hungary to avoid neighbors with like noisy like lawnmowers. We transposed to a Caro-Kann advanced variation. The kind of quiet line was C3. Yeah, I had the push mower too. I was the only person who had a push mower. It was good exercise, and it's good for the environment. But, or not bad for the environment anyway. The other neighbors looked at me like I was a freaking alien with 3 heads. I wasn't gonna, like, buy an expensive gas-powered lawnmower when I was gonna, like, sell the property. Alright. Alright, gotta stop that. You gotta stop begging now. I still have a push mower if anyone wants to buy it. Yeah, I should probably take the pawn on c3, but it's the last game. Push and pull mowers. Dude, I saw this ad like a month ago for a like Roomba like lawnmower. Has anyone ever seen one of those? Has anyone seen a robot lawnmower? I'm sure they're expensive. My bigger question would be like, do they really work? You know, like, a vacuum robot is one thing, but like, mowing the lawn, I'm kind of curious about the actual effectiveness, something like that. Like one stick, like, gets caught in their gears and that's it. Like, you're just toast. How durable are they? I wonder. I mean, it's got to be the future, though. It's a matter of, for me, you know, I wouldn't buy one. Yeah, vacuum robots don't really do a good job either. I have a Roomba. It makes you feel like you're vacuuming. If you don't have time. I like to put the guinea pig on the Roomba and like run it around the house. You're kidding, right? To get the seagrass. I had to practice this again. The seagrass. You have to make the shears. If you want to get the seagrass, you have to make a shears. This is a hysterical Minecraft video I saw a couple years ago. I'm always referencing it. Cutting the edges of the lawn with shears. Your neighbors will definitely look at you weird if you start doing that. But who cares? Arsenal's getting into being a homeowner. What about lawnmowers in the UK, man? Do they use a lot of like electric plug-in mowers like here in Hungary? Or do people actually use like gasoline power motor lawnmowers? In the US it was like, of course, you know, gas was so much cheaper. Now I bet everyone is like having a heart attack. Getting your grass cut just got a lot more expensive. Damn, dude. Those guys were brutal to begin with, but the lawn care guys must be like really ripping people off now. Oh, I'm sorry, that'll be a surcharge of like $8 million. Yeah, no, I mean, battery-powered mowers, I know. I mean, chargeable mower is a way to go. Totally. I would have gotten one. Yeah, I mean, that's totally logical. Electric mower, this is like chargeable. That's the thing to do. I was just pissed because, like, these lawn care guys would, like, break out this commercial mowers, and I couldn't freaking hear myself think. It drove me nuts. I wanted to, like, bust out a semi-automatic weapon on the lawn care guys. I just hated them. If you live in a place where like multiple people are like near you, and there'd be like somebody cutting the grass like 24/7. You could never ever have peace. It was crazy, man. Hopefully all that is at least like slowed down by the increase in gas prices. There's one good thing about increasing gas prices. I was close to like a nervous breakdown a couple times. I really like, yeah, speaking of running out of Xanax, if you're a chess player and you're used to quiet and you're sensitive to noises, like me, I mean, dude. I really almost lost it. Yeah, man, the guys, the lawn guys would start at like 7:30, even though like the town ordinance said 8. They would do shit like that. The professionals. I was pissed, man. They would start at like 7:40, even though they weren't supposed to start till 8. That's the other thing. I couldn't sleep. Suburban dream. I'm having post-traumatic stress disorder just talking about it. Mr. Coffee loves bees. One of the reasons why I moved to Europe was the lawnmower situation. I'm homeless in the United States anyway. Master had that move. Oh well. How many times did you get stung, Mr. Coffee? Just once? I got stung by a wasp when I was a little kid, and I developed this like hysterical fear of bees after that. I'll like freak out and like jump around if there's a bee near me. Some people are really cool about it. They'll just like let the bee sit on them and stuff. I'm like, dude. Could you imagine being one of those beekeepers? With hundreds of bees all over you? It was my dad's fault because they tried to smoke out this like wasp nest when I was like 5 years old. I was like an innocent bystander. It was a dumb idea. B6. Get it? B6? Mr. Coffee's favorite square, the B file. He wants to go extinct. Guys, I gotta go. Speaking of extinct, my stream is extinct. Bees die, but wasps don't, right? They can sting like multiple times. Astrobate, do you like chocolate covered ants? Fork you. Retractable stinger. Stinger missiles. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna wrap it up. Wrap it up here. It's been a long stream. I started late. Time for lunch. Slunch. Oh, the rook's hanging. Yeah, I didn't see that. Knew there was something funky going on. Alright. We're out of here. Thank you guys for the games. Sorry I didn't play better. We'll pick it up tomorrow night with the rapid tournament here. So please make sure to join our team, Pawn and Horses Club. And I will see you all then, tomorrow night. Thank you, Mr. Coffee. Thank you, Arsenal. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Don't forget to check out Arsenal Fan. And again, GM Neek Sands. Thanks, guys.